Welcome guys to another video about anxiety. I was looking a little bit deeper online yesterday, on YouTube specifically, about anxiety and some of the videos that people have posted. Some of them are very helpful, some of them I may even refer to, but I've noticed some of them, or most of them, don't focus on the angle that I want to focus on. I apologize guys, it's a little bit windy. Again, I'm out taking the dog for a walk. So if there's a lot of feedback, I may not post this one, but I'm still going to record it anyway. So, what do we talk about today when it comes to anxiety? First of all, we're going to talk about two things in this video. I want to talk about the 6 different types of anxiety disorders that are listed in the book that I was mentioning yesterday. The first one is called general anxiety. General anxiety is just what it sounds like. You're just anxious about anything and everything. Then we have panic attacks, which is something that really hit home for me. And then you have a couple of different ones. There's the worry, it's called the worry anxiety, or what's also known as the what if anxiety disorder. There is OCD. OCD is a form of anxiety, and quite evident in a lot of people, maybe not as much as others, we'll put it that way, but definitely what would be considered anxiety disorder. The next one on the list is social anxiety. That is probably the most common social anxiety or anxiety disorder that there is, that I can think of. For the most part, the anxiety disorders don't have a specific ranking. They do for different people. I specifically don't suffer from social anxiety, probably why I can post these videos. But let's be honest, there's times when I get up in front of a group and I'm even nervous. But and then the last one, excuse me. The last one is post-traumatic anxiety disorder, or PTSD. That is when somebody comes back from, say, a war or a very traumatic event, and they suffer from anxiety from that event, whether it be a war or something else. Now, I looked at these different anxiety disorders and realized that I have symptoms, again for a lack of a better term, I have symptoms for 4 of the 6 anxiety disorders that I just mentioned. Some are a little bit more evident than others. Some not so much. And maybe even in all 6 I have 1 or 2 tendencies. I'll call those ones tendencies. But when it comes to symptoms, actual symptoms of these anxiety disorders, I actually suffer from 4 of them. Or I have 4 symptoms of 4 of them, I should put it that way. So without going into details on the specifics of each of these anxiety disorders, because those can be separate videos in themselves with the amount of detail that can happen. The other thing that I wanted to mention is what's referred to in the book that I was mentioning before, about the anxiety rulebook. So as mentioned in a previous video, I believe, fears, I don't think I did mention it. Anyway, fears are what is created in your head. Fears are invented by us, thought up by us, sometimes created out of thin air by us. When it comes to a fear, there's a couple different ways it can happen. Most people are scared of spiders because of something that happened as a kid, or a snake. They saw something on TV, or maybe encountered, say, a garter snake as a kid, completely freaked them out, didn't like the feeling that they had, now they're scared of snakes. That kind of stuff. So, if we look at the anxiety rulebook, and the best example I can think of is a fear of flying. So, or a fear of elevators could qualify as well. Rule number 1. When coming in contact with somebody with anxiety, the first thing that's gonna pop into their head is, I'm in danger. That's rule number 1, the danger side of things. All of a sudden, they're in danger. As I mentioned in a previous video as well, that's what sparks the flight or flight reference that I was making earlier. So the first reference, I'm in danger. And that gets the anxiety, that gets them on edge right away. And if you go through this, I'm hoping you understand what I'm saying. The next one is, sorry, it's hard to say this word, catastrophizing it. That's what I wanted to say. Sorry, guys. It's a bit of a tough word. Basically, we've all heard that saying, making a mountain out of a molehill. That's what it is. First, you see the danger, and then it's, oh, I'm going to die if I do that. And let's be honest, that's the first thing we think of is, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. And then the symptoms pretty much follow in suit. The third is the avoidance. And this is probably one of, for me anyway, it's been one of the most debilitating situations that I've had growing up. Because although I tend to force myself to do things that may scare me now, as much as I can. I mean, I'm not going skydiving or bungee jumping. There's a difference between being scared and risking your life. But I try and tend to do things that, how do I say this, that scare me. But what I used to do as a kid, even if it was something as a simple water slide, and it would have taken 2 seconds, a whole lot of fun, I would talk myself out of going. I would actually physically say, nope, you guys have fun. And I was set. I was not going. There was no way you were making me go. So, there's a fourth one, but those are the 3 important ones. And when you think of the differences, or the steps in which those happen, first danger, then, oh my god, I'm going to die, and to the point where, nope, I'm not going to do it. I am just, oh no, the fourth one. The fourth one is letting go of control. I can't let go of control. And I don't want to say the other ones are important, because now that I've thought about the fourth one, it is as important as the other ones. This, and I can't believe I actually forgot about this for a second, this has been one of the things that I still face on a daily basis, letting go of control. So if I go back just a second to avoidance has stopped me from doing a lot of things that I would consider to be fun, and a lot of things that I would have enjoyed. One of which, and I still think of it today, I would have gone on a helicopter ride. That would have been awesome. To this day, I still haven't been on a helicopter because of it. Not because I haven't wanted to, but I haven't had the opportunity. So, which is probably more my fault than anybody else at this point. But I remember as a kid, we're going to go in a helicopter. I actually said no because I was scared of it. The other one, letting go of control. Letting go of control, if you can actually do it, and I'm saying that as somebody who struggles with this concept, if you can actually let go of control, especially, and this will sound really weird to say, control you don't have. If you can actually let go of control, especially control you don't have, you will see how liberating that can be. How excited you are when you're anxious, you're scared, and you're holding on, and all of a sudden you say, you know what? Let's say it's turbulence on a plane. You get anxious, you're on edge, you're holding on to your armrest and your seat, your seat cushion, because that for some reason is going to save you, right? It's what goes on in your head. If you let go, if you can actually physically and emotionally, mentally let go of that control and just say, you know what? Turbulence is out of my control. There's nothing I can do about it. Enjoy the ride. It is actually very freeing, very liberating. And don't get me wrong when I say this, because I know it is one of the hardest things to do. And again, that's coming from somebody who has trouble doing it even to this day. So anyway, guys, those are the 6 anxiety disorders and the 4 rules when it comes to the anxiety rule book. I hope this helps. I hope this kind of gives a little bit of context, especially if you don't suffer from anxiety and you're trying to understand it a little bit more. Please don't think that you're going to fully understand it. I honestly, personally, if you've never been through it, I just don't know if it's possible. Not to fault you at it, and not to say that how dare you not try and learn more about it, because I give you credit for that part. But if you've never felt it, there's no understanding the full ramifications of what happens. So anyway, guys, the 6 anxiety disorders, the 4 rule book, the 4 rules in the anxiety rule book. I hope it helped. Please let me know. I'm hoping this channel is helping. I'll see you on the next one.